Welcome everyone, it's Vapor Strigmar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. We are going to be, and I'm also going to be making some space. Yes. And this is also going to give you a preview of how much space making we're going to be making. How much space making? We'll start with the grand pappy of all food sacrifices. Yes. That's what we're going to have to do, at least partially. We're going to intersperse it, because for every 100 of these little guys we pull, a very small percentage actually become champs I keep. Out of all of these. That's the truth of it. That is the truth of it. And there's an example. Are we probably going to keep that? No. Am I probably going to go berserk for that shard? Yeah. Because that's what we had boosted summons for in the first place. I swear, I would have gone absolutely berserk if that was a, if that's what I wanted it to be, I would have went berserk. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. But it wasn't. So first, we're going to have to go for the guaranteed points. Because without the guaranteed points, my rep is going to suffer massively. So, yeah. Let's stick with the champs I know are food, because we have enough. We do have enough to sustain that. I just have to start fusing them. Because all of that is going to eventually turn into what I want. Because every point counts. If I can get to 600k, every point before 600k, after 600k, it's just gravy at that point. Trying to win this is just gravy. Because the truth of the matter is that they've already invested way too much for me to want to win. But that does not mean, and I'll prove this to you, that number and the we're much more. I mean, we're not going to get the personal rewards, but we are going to get clan rewards potentially of that. There's a potential. There's a lot of other stuff that happened today, so I doubt I'm going to make another 6-star. That is the annoying thing. I doubt we're making more than one 6-star. Because I just didn't have the time today to grind all that. I had to do other stuff, and the other stuff today and yesterday, me trying to grind that 1AD character to ate up the time. Because it's actually harder to make a level 50 than one thinks. That's the reality of it. Because the hard reality of it is it takes a lot of food to raise a champ. Like a lot. Each time you see one champ being raised, there's like 100. Like there's like thousands, literally thousands of champs were poured into that one. Like, yeah, it's a major sacrifice. I don't even want to judge. All right. That's just some stuff they had for the Halloween costumes. As Halloween comes to a end. Yes. Because let's be frank here, it's a long grind. And I'm not willing to grind all night to do this. Because I just don't see... I don't see that panning out. As juicy as that sounds. I just do not see that panning out. Because I know you guys want me to stay up all night and do this. But unfortunately, I don't know if I can do that tonight. I know that's what you want in your heart of hearts. I know you want me to suffer. I know you guys want me to suffer, but I swear, sometimes I might want to avoid, avoid the suffering. Maybe, possibly, you know, there's, there's a possibility, Huh? What? Is that foreign to you? All right. Anyway, yes, I know you guys want me to suffer, but there are sometimes times where I might want to avoid pain. Possibly. But, you know, it's not always in the cards. Okay. Because, yes, I know you guys want me to suffer, but sometimes I feel like that just maybe I want to avoid that. But who knows? Oh, who knows? Because I swear to God, this clan versus clan stuff is brutal. Like, the amount of grinding and stuff and all of it is like on one night. It's all happening on one night. Ugh. And then they're telling me, don't stay up the whole night. And it's like, yeah, that's going to be rough. I'm going to have to make some sacrifices to even give the appearance that I'm doing that. And then of course there's the really thorny subject of, do I spend for clan versus clan? That's an even thornier subject, because then you can't say that I earned all my achievements. And even then, the RNG can still completely destroy me. So it's like, what do I do? What the heck do I do? Now, since we know that Whisper is a attack champion, we're going to want to give her attack gear. And we're going to have to complete a ritual. And this ritual, as we blast aside the Banner Lords, this ritual is going to be not entirely pleasant. as it's going to involve a lot of what we like to call grinding and farming and putting up more auto battles and fighting and grinding, because I have to play the game a lot just to make sure that we have enough contribution to potentially get ourselves to 600K. We have some members we have to bring into question again. Oh, not again. Man. So, Whisper. We're going to want 6-star only. Why? We need her to nuke. Not all these gloves are ideal. I'll do that. But I need to pair it with a pair of shoes. She needs the speed. We'll start with crit rate, even though I'm not the biggest fan of it. Get that. I'll try with this other helm. We'll start with the attack piece. Either of these is okay, I guess. But I would prefer some rolls in the other stat. I guess we can live with it, because it's attack percent, right? Because then I have to go start pouring effort into other stuff. Let's try the other stuff, shall we? As much as I don't want to, because I want to see if I can get a void, and if I can get something real nice with that void, that'll help. I don't know if I can, but it's worth a shot. It is worth a shot. We gotta keep braiding with Skimfos. Because I've got a greed. If I want at least to make something of this, I've got a greed. It's the only way I can do this, is to be greedy. As I also don't see me making another 6-star anyway. So we might as well level what we've got. Level what we have and try to get it as high as we can. Because the thing is, we aren't done with the leveling. That's the harsh reality of it. Because a lot of these characters, just they need the leveling. Skimfos does deserve it, but I had other picks in mind, but him and Deliana need help anyway. So we're gonna give it to him. And Luthia, I've been ignoring her for some time now. And I gotta help Whisper out too, but it's going to be a long process regardless. Because, either way, to get all the points I need to do this tourney, just to like... I'm pretty sure I have to go a pretty big distance. Get that clutch of woe on him. We didn't get the artifacts that time. Let's focus on some damage dealers that need help. There's so many. I think he's a priority. Who else is a priority? Because I have to make priorities. Yep, we gotta make some priorities. Because she's gotta be the next one. For my other faction. We gotta keep climbing the ladder. Because the thing is, it's actually a long way to the top for a lot of these characters. That's the bitter thing about them. It's a long way to the top. So a lot of these characters, they have to go through the whole campaign, learn about everything, study, get their degree, and then move on into their respective content. And there's no other real way around it as we smack them on the way through the undead hordes. My most wanted undead still evades me. To this day, Mashald has evaded me. He is my most wanted undead. Aside from Necrit the Great. Game's like, nope. No, you're not going to have him. I like how by the time I'm able to get that Void Shard, it's going to be too late. The tourney's going to be over, and I'm going to look like a vermin. There's Mashal, that champ that taunts me almost pretty much every time I play clan versus clan. That champ mercilessly taunts me. He's like, hey, look what you could have had. If your luck was better, take a look. You could have had a Mashal by now. But no. No, you can't have that. Huh. I'm just gonna have to leave it up to having my multis do this because I can't soon. Not food because those will run out too quick. I just can't foresee me staying up the whole night to do it. I just can't foresee it. I guess what I can do instead is I'll just run through the campaign once. Can't hurt too much, can it? Fighting all these elves and stuff. Getting through the judges and the goatmen. So yeah. That's what I can do, I guess. That's what I can do. Just run the whole thing through. Fight through the forests, the deserts. Enjoy the foliage. The mushrooms. It's a long grind. I didn't want a graybeard, but we got one anyway. The block buffs. Burn him up. All right, so I just don't see me earning enough. It's one of those nights, man. One of those nights. Just can't get enough levels. Because even if I condense all of that, and believe me, it takes a lot to condense all that food, it still pales in comparison with the points I actually need to make all that happen. You know? One thing that's convenient about Bellower, he does a lot of damage to this. So we can easily clear out waves and get a lot more done. Get that. Frazzle them. The thing I want to know is, can I get that void tonight? That's what I really need to know. Can I get it tonight, or just I have to resort to just leveling? Leveling food. Leveling gear. Is that maybe what we end up doing? Because Bellower is more efficient than Kale at this job. At clearing out those mobs in campaign. And he has no affinity weaknesses, so he just keeps hitting anyway. He nukes stuff down, and he saves time. Almost the fastest time. What I tell you. I think I've figured out a way to make this go by quicker. Bellower's the key. So I can get my tradition done with less hassle and more done. And that's what I want it to be. I mean, I could make another account, but I just don't feel like it because of all that Elder Scrolls stuff going on, especially with me trying to catch up with the Dominion. You know? Are we gonna win? Of course not. Do I have a shot at 600k? Maybe. That's all we got a shot at. See how fast that is? See how fast this frazzle takes out waves? That's why I use him. Because Bellower, this is what I really use to farm my waves now. As you can see, having a powerful Void Nuker on your side is a big deal. Which is why I was looking into Void Shards. Because that Voidfinity champs, they don't weak hit. So they're useful in a lot of areas. They also don't get strong or weak hit by anybody. Makes them very versatile. Yup. Damn, I took out half of her health with one go. $67,000, man. Swapping him out for Bellower, because Bellower is the man of the night. He's making it possible for me to get through this stuff quicker. See that? He just blasted through those orcs. The point where he doesn't need lifesteal. Like, look at that. Now, I'm going to finish the campaign out of a point of honor. But you must understand, I'm not going further than that. Because I'm tired, I had a long day, and I don't want to I can't stay up as late as I would like to do this for a number of reasons. So we're just going to be fighting these orcs out, dealing with their funny hairstyles and swords. Did you see how we just blasted through that guy? And the affinity didn't matter. Might of the Void. That's all I'm going to say about that. Might of the Void. Literally, the Void. This is why Void champs are such a big deal, because you get a good Void, you can go far with them. It's also why a Neathway is such a big deal, because he's a all affinity block revive. But he's also a big deal because he's a Void legendary, and those champs are so rare. Oh, I don't know why I'm so tired tonight. I don't even think it's that late. I always have to check my chat, man. We've got to check the chat. No, I didn't want Drex in here, but we'll just do it right now with Drex right now and then swap. Bellower's the better choice. This is the better choice for just getting through. But you see, Drexthar isn't good in all content necessarily. And part of the reason for that is that he is not Void. If you have a Void HP burner, he can be useful in all situations. Why? Because he would never... He'd never weak hit a burn. He'd never miss a burn because the affinity matchup didn't favor him. See how fast that clips him too? Like the multipliers on Bellower are very nice. Very nice. And I'm setting some new records with Bellower. 17 seconds for that. You can control the narrative with Bellower. I'll take it. I'll honestly take that. You even get a free Templar tossed in. Nice of you, game. Granted, Templar is only really good in Bommel. He's not terribly like I can't think of a place off the top of my head where I'd absolutely need him other than Bommel. Like he's useful maybe in arena situationally or some other content, but really his biggest use is Bommel. He has other uses, but that's his biggest one. Fastest time for that. Yeah, let's just see if we can get to the end with Bommel. Not with Bommel, with Bellower. That's what I'm thinking. As I think Bellower can reach the end first. He's not just good in Brimstone, he's good across the board. True, he's a rare. But that doesn't mean that he's not useful elsewhere for like stuff like clearing waves. Go through the all popular War Maiden land. I could build more War Maidens. I'm thinking of building one in like an accuracy savage gear, like an accuracy and damage, like high damage and accuracy build. And then like pairing him with like an ultimate Death Knight or something. That could be something. Or with a marked. Make sure the marked has high stats so that the marked survives. Yes. See the efficiency of Bellower? We can get through this stuff a lot quicker. Even the hard stuff. And that's what makes Bellower special. Stage 4, the Deadlands, 9-5. We could do Nightmare, but I just don't feel like it tonight. You know? Before we go to stage 6. Even if I leave the thing overnight, I still don't see... I guess... That guy actually hits pretty hard, that Outrider guy. The problem is he's squishy as sin. Because you need some reasonably advanced gear to get him to slam. And then he's squishy. So you have to have something to watch him like a hawk. Clutch OO, this guy. There we go, got the burn on him. Keep it going. I don't think I'm going to get any one of these new recruits to 60, but it's worth increasing them in levels. We want the Bellower. Bellower is far more efficient. See what I mean? See what I mean? All right. Okay. Can we get to the end of campaign is the real question. And it's getting to be an actual question. I'm so glad that I realized Bellower is the better farmer. As he gets through these waves better in all stages of campaign. Debuffs on him. The real question is, who else needs books? And then the thornier question, do we have the books? See, the thing that's funny about him Except for Skull Crown, he's way more efficient at this. Like, look at that damage. Bellower is crazy for this. Like, you see how normally this would take so long? And he just, like, goes right through it? Bellower is actually superior to Kale in campaign, I'm pretty sure. And I know Ethos is even more superior, but he refuses to come back. So I'll have to use... Like, he refuses to come, period. So I'll have to... I'll have to do something about that. Anyone see how fast we're killing these mobs with Bellower? Surely someone would notice that. Because it's crazy, isn't it? How fast he could clear it. I wonder if he could do the same to the final boss. There we go, stage 5. But yeah, Bellower's better than Kale, pretty much. We can get right to this, and I can keep my promise of completing campaign. Without further muss. Aha! Anyone see how he's just like disarmed from that? Once all of his followers got crushed. Because here's the reality of it. The reality of it is that in these campaigns, you're going to want to be quicker with your clears. Because every second counts when you're fighting these mobs and trying to enjoy the landscape. Because if it goes slow, especially when you're trying to level food, the seconds add up fast. That is the truth of it. This is the level I farm the most. Takes ages, by the way, to get here on a fresh account. Takes ages. we should be able to clear it. And if this bellower had better gear, we probably could clear the whole thing in one shot. Like, those guys just got roasted. You see how fast that was? "18 seconds for that." You see how fast this goes by. This is what I've been doing with Bellower. Is why he's great and brutal. Because he whacks them with his decreased defense and they just all die. And goes straight to the boss. I had a feeling he might do something like that. Still beat him, though. We've made it to 70K club. 30K left on that. And next time we're going to look at the results. And I'm going to actually, I want to check something. Of course not. Of course it's going to pop after the tournament, not before the tournament. Whatever. I'll see y'all then.